What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you guys for coming and watching this video. Thank you for spending your time with me. My name is Daki, and on this video I've set 3 goals for myself for Shadowlands, and I'm going to let you guys know what those goals are and how I'm going to reach it. And also, what do you think of the tree? Alright, so for a little while now I have been thinking about setting some goals for myself in the Shadowlands and trying to really set the bar extremely high so that I may not reach those goals at the heights that I've set for them, but at least I've set such a high goal that I can just keep climbing that ladder. So the 3 goals, let me run you through those 3 goals and just a brief description around them and why I've set them. So the first goal I've got in mind is #1 rankings in heroic raiding. That's right, heroic raiding is where I'm at. Now, I don't have the time to mythic raid. Obviously, I run a YouTube channel. I also run a Twitch channel. Links for that is down in the description down below. And I also work a 40-hour full-time job. I simply just don't have the time for mythic raiding. But heroic raiding, on the other hand, I have all the time in the world for. So I'm going to try the very best I can to reach rank 1 on my Unholy Death Knight. That's right, it's for my class and my spec. It's not for just merely, it's for the Unholy Death Knight. So I'm going to try to get there. The bar is being set extremely high for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I know for certain I may not reach it completely, but I have come very close in the past, and I'm going to try and set that bar really high and try and reach it. So goal #1 is #1 ranking in heroic raiding for Shadowlands. Now, I'm also not setting this for one particular raid or one particular patch. It's simply going to be for the Shadowlands. So we'll see how I go with that one. Now, goal #2, here's a little bit of an interesting one. I haven't done this yet, so this is the reason why I'm setting this goal, and that is Mythic +20s in the Keystone dungeons, so in the Mythic dungeons basically. I've never gotten to a Mythic +20. I think the highest I've ever reached was a 17 or an 18. I've never gotten to a 20. So my goal for myself here is to reach a Mythic +20 or even higher in the Shadowlands. So that can be any one of the patches, but in Shadowlands, I want to reach a Mythic +20 or higher, and that is one of the goals that I've set for myself. And I know it's not impossible, but for me, it is up there. It's fairly high. Now, the third goal that I've set for myself, ladies and gentlemen, this is an interesting one, is Gladiator. That's right, I am going to try to hit Gladiator in the seasons across Shadowlands. Now, this is the one that's going to take quite a bit of time and is going to probably be the hardest of the 3 goals. Now, the reason why it's going to be the hardest of 3 goals is because I'm quite young still to PvP. See, I've only been doing PvP seriously for the last, well, couple of months really, or month and a half really. You see, everything previous to this has all been casual PvP or fun PvP play whenever I've got a couple of, moments up my sleeve. So I'm really going to try and push for Gladiator. Now, whether I hit Gladiator or not, it's a different story, but I'm going to aim that high, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. So guys, why am I setting these goals for myself in Shadowlands? Here's the reason why. I have done Mythic +16s or 17s or 18s, I can't remember exactly. I've done mediocre to reasonable high keys in the past. I love doing it, it was fun, it was great getting a team together and working through and really nutting out those medium to sort of high keys. I absolutely love doing that. I've also been in the top 50th percentile. I think I've been in the top, I've been in the top 10th percentile in raiding in the past expansions. I've been up towards the top. I've never been at the pinnacle, I've never been the best in the world, but I've been up towards the top quite a number of times. And I love that feeling. The feeling of being up there and the feeling of actually achieving something is good. It's a great feeling. So I'm going to be setting that. And of course, the last goal, Gladiator. I've never ever considered myself to be a great PvP player, but I really want to sort of reach that level. I want to try to get to that level. Now, Gladiator is not impossible by any means, but it is, for myself, someone that is not a PvP god or has never done PvP for a long time. It's going to be a challenge, and it's going to be interesting to learn and to try and progress towards Gladiator. So, yes, they're the 3 goals, and I'm going to stick to them. I'm going to go and I'm going to achieve these 3 throughout the Shadowlands. Now, a couple of things about myself that you guys may or may not know. Now, if you get triggered easily, I do apologize, but here's a couple of things that are going to either work for or against me here, reaching these goals or trying to reach these goals. First things first, I'm a clicker. I don't macro a lot of things. I don't button mash. I click my spells. I put them on my bars. I click those abilities. I click those spells. That's how I play World of Warcraft. I've played it that way for 14, 15 odd years, ever since I started all the way back in Wrath. That's the way I started playing. I've played it all the way until today, basically. I've tried doing macros, I've tried playing different methods and whatnot. This is the way that suits myself, and I play, and I feel comfortable playing it this way. Now, this can either work towards or against me, but we're going to find out, and we're going to see how far I can reach these goals by clicking, obviously. Second thing is, I don't use a lot of add-ons for my UI. Basically, I try and keep a clean UI, a relatively standard UI with weak auras, just to track some cooldowns, DBM to track boss timers, but realistically speaking, I don't use a lot of add-ons for my UI, so I'm going to be using a very much standard Blizzard UI moving into these goals. Now, is this going to hinder me for raiding and for Mythic Plus dungeons? Absolutely not going to hinder me one bit. Is it going to hinder me for trying to reach Gladiator? Maybe a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But ladies and gentlemen, it's just a quick, short video just to let you know that I'm set some really, really high goals for myself. Now, I know realistically I'm probably not going to reach those goals, but I'm setting them extremely high. And I'm doing this deliberately, so I've got a massive, massive opportunity to reach those goals. So guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for coming and watching this video. I very, very do much appreciate it. All the links to all the things that you need to go and click on and look at are in the description down below. Go have yourselves a good day, and I'll see you right back here in the next video.